Good morning. Today is the 27th of December 2024, and although I wasn't going to work today, I was in front of my machine. I thought I'd go through levels. Probably won't trade as I want to take some time off, but I'm just doing some web admin work and just catching up with a few other admin side of things. I thought I might as well just do a trade video because there's a few levels I can see. If you're looking for a swing trade, there's a potential swing trade set up right now on the XLE, which is the energy sector, and we're looking breakout of this candle over yesterday's high. So I'm keeping an eye on that. So I probably will want to try a swing trade on that later. A nice big sell off into support, bounced, and then we're just waiting for confirmation. The confirmation will be the break of that candle. So if it gets over 84.80, I'll be looking to go long on a swing trade. I'll do that using call options, usually a month out, maybe 2 months out, depending on what the prices I can get. I like. I just thought I'd just show that, as I was just looking at that just before the market opened. I'll probably today focus more on my swing trades rather than day trading. So let's just quickly go over the market. Obviously, something of interest here. We had FOMC sell off and we had a bit of a pullback into FOMC area. Didn't quite get up there, 61.20, but something of interest is the decline in volume. I know it's a holiday period. We had contract changeover as well, but we had decline in volume but increase in price. And if you study volume price analysis, that's a potential weakness in the stock. So maybe we could look for a bit of a, you could watch probably for a swing trade, to be honest. I might even look for a short on QQQ or maybe ES short on a swing. Potentially, we talked about this last week. Are we looking at a left shoulder, a head, and now a right shoulder? It's definitely in the right region for a shoulder, and then we can look for the break and retest of that neckline area, and that would be the neckline area here. So that's something we can watch in the future, maybe as a swing trade. I may consider taking a short swing, maybe use that as my stop or all-time high as a stop. I'll take a look at that once I finish this video. Looking for day trading levels. Let's go down to the hourly. So remember, the focus is on the, you can see the reducing of volume here. You can see volumes declining as the price is increasing. Let's just draw the trend line in. You can see we've broken that trend line. You could say we've definitely broken that trend line. We could see a bit of curving over. We're still above the 200 moving average right now, so we need to get down below that. So today I'll be watching for a break and retest of pre-market low 61.60, 61.75. So I'm looking for a break and retest short, and then probably the only place I'm watching is for a break and retest of pre-market high, break and retest long into this region here at 61.20, and that's probably all I'll be watching for today. I'm not going to spend too much time trading. I want to take some time off. Low volume, as you can see as well, but I can't really see anything else on. Maybe if we come back up into this trend line area, we can watch for rejection. So this area here, watch for rejection. We've got the point of control running right through that with that red line going through. So 61.40 is an area we can watch as well. And then if we were to lose pre-market low, we've got 6,000 as a bounce area, a little bit of confidence. There's a bit of volume coming in as well, but you know, we can keep an eye on that, and that's it really. That's all I'll be watching for in ES today. Just keep it really simple. We'll try and stick to no more than hours trading. SPY, exactly the same. We can watch for a potential rejection in this region. Oh, my pen's not drawing very well. 604 to 602, 603 area for rejection, but focus on the break and retest of pre-market low and pre-market high. We are currently below the 200 moving average here, so we are more bearish and bullish. Also notice the reducing volume whilst the price is increasing, so that's a potential sign of weakness or an anomaly, and I think that's it. And then we've got our point of control again right up here, 604. So I think that's an area to watch for rejection as well, and that's where we started this big FOMC rejection down. Okay, SPX. Yes, but I've not looked at the charts for a few days, so this is the first time I'm looking at them. So I'm kind of coming up my levels. Nothing's really changed on SPX. Same as before. We're right at that area of confluence right now. We can potentially watch this area 60.58, where last time we were there, we had that big reaction down. But we also got this area of confluence at the top here. So 60.70, and then I'll only use SPX as confirmation. So if SPX is selling off and it's below, so for example, it's below this level of confluence, then I'll be looking for a short, and I'm looking for a short on ES. Then if it sets up and they both seem to be in the right direction, what I'm looking for, then that would be a more probable trade than one where you're going against the trend on one. NQ. Have a little bit of a void below. I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? It flashes up, the volume profile flashes up and then vanishes. I think that's a bug or something. I've noticed that a few times. Let's just refresh. Reload without saving. It's a bit slow. Okay, so we've got the volume profile. If we get below pre-market low, there's not much volume down here, so potentially we can keep an eye on a break and retest of pre-market low, and low of yesterday could probably, yeah, so maybe we can keep an eye on this region here, 60.40 for a bounce. Potentially this pivot is the next biggest pivot we've had, and that's during market hours. Let's just move that down. So this area here, top of that pivot, bottom of these two pivots, so that's the best area. 6,000, I think that's why I did it up there as well. So keep an eye on 6,000 down to 59.80 area for potential bounce. And then we can watch for the break and retest of pre-market high into yesterday's high, or pre-market low, potentially down into the 6,000, this region here. Oh, back on the ES again. Should be an NQ. Didn't seem right when oh, that's better. That's what I was expecting to see. Okay, so again, pre-market low, break and retest of this area here, and then that's better. That's the area I was looking for. And we've got this kind of inverse head and shoulders pattern. But we can watch for a bounce down at 21,500. This region's an area of confluence. A bit like ES, we've got reducing volume. So volume's been reducing over the last few days. Our price has been rising. So a bit of a anomaly or divergence. And let's see, we do have the point of control. So if we do lose pre-market low, we can use this area of confluence, bottoms of candles, tops of these candles here, that area where it broke out. So 21,800 could be a potential target if we're looking for a short break and retest pre-market low. And then we can use yesterday's high as a target if we're doing pre-market high, break and retest. And obviously we've got 22,000 as a psychological number as well. And that's it really. I expect it to be another low volume day. Just one thing to bear in mind, it is currently just about an inside day right now. We are inside yesterday's range, so if you take the pre-market into account as well. QQQ. Again, I do like the break and retest of pre-market low, 526.68 into this point of control region down here. I've got this big area of volume, bottoms of pivots there, big area of confluence as well, tops and bottoms of pivots here. So 521, 522 area we can watch for a bounce, or if we're short, it could be a target. And that's about it really. All we watch for the break and retest of 528.60 into yesterday's high, and then could keep an eye on that area for a potential rejection. Got a bit of volume there. I'm sorry, we've got areas of confluence, tops of candles. And we do have this volume shelf. It's the second largest volume shelf after this one. So potentially we can add that as a potential resistance. So 530 to 532 rejection. And that's it for the indices. Let's look at the oil, crude oil. It's not looking too exciting at the moment. You see it bounced off that point of control area. Yeah, not a big fan of oil, but if we were to find a play, we can watch for the break and retest of pre-market high, long, break and retest of pre-market low. It's a difficult one because we're going into this point of control area, but if we can break through it, come back up and retest that area, then we can watch for potential next level down, which will be that pivot 69, and we've got the trend line area down here as well. Gold, we'll go back to the order flow in a second. There's a bit of a divergence going on. I want you to see that. Gold, we're right in this area. We've got a point of control. That area there, 2660 is a rejection area. So I do quite like if we get back up into that area for rejection. You know, we could be just putting in this bear flag. We're coming down, going up like that. And we could be playing this range for a bit before we finally break down. I also like the break and retest off the trend line or the pre-market low into this low here. So 2631, 2628 break and retest with a target of 2600 area. RTY, still in a downtrend, hasn't broken this trend line as well. Reducing volume, we've got volume shelf around that area there, so that can act as a potential target today. So yesterday's low, pre-market low, targets a break and retest of pre-market low. Keep an eye on the fact that we may bounce not only off of the 50 moving average, we've got these tops of these pivots here as well. So 2280 could be a potential area we might see a bit of a hiccup. There's not a great deal of volume to the left, so we may move straight through that. One thing to note as well, it is still, like the others, decreasing volume. I know it's Christmas volume, but increasing price. And we can watch for a break and retest of this trend line as well. Break and retest to see it continue back down. So be a bit wary that we are going short into a double top there. So what was the ceiling could become the floor. YM, so this is the Dow Jones, and this was a great downtrend. As you can see, this is an excellent example if you were to see a textbook downtrend. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, all the way down, and then we finally sold off. Massive amounts of volume coming in, decreasing volume here, increasing price again like the others. We're below all the moving averages right now, below this volume shelf as well, which is about there. So it's probably still looking a bit weak, and if we lose pre-market low, then we would have broken this trend line and we can look for some sort of down momentum. So watch for a break and retest of pre-market low at 43,747. Maybe also watch pre-market high 43,600 for a break and retest long to continue this pullback. But if we're continuing this pullback on lower volume, we can expect even lower volume today. And then finally Bitcoin, and I'll just look at the order flow, which is looking a bit interesting right now. So this is Bitcoin. What do we get to? Couldn't get over 108. What I'm seeing right now is potentially looking a bit top heavy. We had high volume coming in, all that volume coming in when you compare it to the previous amounts of volume. That's the reason I took my profits out. As soon as I start seeing high volume, then there's other factors come into play, you know, market makers and hedge funds and smart money. We do have this level here, 92,500. If we lose that level, then I think we'll be heading back down into this region. But we're still holding that area, so if you're looking for a day trade, you can watch this area for a bounce. And there is a pattern which might be forming right now. One of my favourite ones is left shoulder, head. Are we looking at a right shoulder here? If we are, we're going to look for the break and retest all that neckline back down. I'm not, unless we see something bullish setting up. You know, it's still pretty bullish right now. I'm not going to be adding to it until we get back down into this region. I really want to see a decent pullback. And we've caught up with the 50 moving average now. So over the last few weeks, I've been saying we've been far away from the 20 moving average. And we finally caught up with the 20. We finally caught up with the 50 moving average. Are we going to catch up with this 200 moving average? That's our next trend. That's our next moving average we want to catch up with. If we do, then that could be like a bounce area. If not, then potentially, you know, we do hold this 50 moving average. It's kind of like home base. We're back at home base now, so maybe we could see some upward momentum coming soon. And I'll look to maybe. Yeah, I'm only looking for big pullbacks. That's not really a big pullback for me. I want to see it come back and retest a previous major pivot on a daily or weekly. So I'm not really interested in adding until we get back down to here. And then let's just quickly flick over. So today, let's just quickly come up with some levels of today. We've got a bounce at 92 to 93. And then this area of confidence there, you can see tops of pivots, bottoms of pivots. So 99 by 100 is a psychological number as well. We can watch for a rejection at 100. But I don't day trade Bitcoin. It's just for swing trading long term. Okay, let's quickly flick over to the order flow because there's something setting up which is quite interesting. So you can see all day, all morning through the post-market, pre-market, we've had increase in cumulative delta. So we've got more and more aggressive buying. But the price is kind of just put in a high and then it's putting in a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and then another lower high. And so there's definitely some divergence going on here. Although the last, you know, the first time we had a bit of buying come in on the price, we put in a new high. So it's looking, I think it's looking pretty, I wouldn't like to say bullish, but potentially we got buyers. We've got this. We'll find out. It's like pre-market volume and it's also Christmas volume as well, so it's very difficult to make a call which way it's going to go until the market opens in 10 minutes time. Then we'll see. But what I'm seeing here is we've got the difficult. Really, no, I'm not really. It could go either way. I think let's wait till the market opens. I'm just looking also at the volume as well. We've got volume sitting in 300. That's not until we get fell down. Anything nearby? 60, 66, that area there, a little bit of volume there. So basically 60, 65, where's that? Up here. So it came up in here. It's not even a great deal of volume as well. So yeah, I'm going to play by ear on this. Even though there's a bit of a divergence, you can see that the sellers have been absorbed by this aggressive buying. So they're basically absorbing all the buying pressure right now. And we've still got a positive delta as well. You can see there's a positive delta. We'll see what happens when the market opens and see how let's just see how much volume comes into market on the open. I'm not expecting much today, that's why I'm not really looking to trade. But I will keep an eye on that. If we see, so here's my plan. If I see a big green delta coming in here, and then we see a bit of a green bar, then I may be looking for a bounce. And so let's go look at the ES. And that could be at the pre-market low area where we are. So let's go back to the hourly. Yeah, it's a difficult one because I'm really watching for. That's why I'm torn whether I want to see a bounce or not, because I'm torn between a break and retest a pre-market low. And the only bounce area I could probably see is this area of confidence here at 60-40. I'll keep an eye on it. If we see lots of aggressive buying come in, I'll keep an eye on a break and we test a pre-market high. We're quite narrow, we're not far away from there anyway. I was at yesterday's low as well, but it's difficult. I'm seeing conflicting information on the charts and the order flow right now. Yeah, I think that's it. We're coming into this. If we lose this 200 moving average, then we can probably look for a bit of downside. If we bounce here, that would kind of show me a little bit of what the order flow and cumulative delta is showing me right now. We're expecting a bounce here. We're absorbing all of the buying, all the selling, should I say. Sorry, get my brain in gear. So we're absorbing, we've got lots of buying pressure coming in, lots of aggressive buyers, but the selling price is coming down, so there's no follow through. So somewhere we're either going to see some exhaustion, and then we're going to see a bit of a turnaround from the buyers and the sellers exhausted, or we're just going to see it just absorb all of the sellers and we see a big green move up. I think that's the two scenarios we can watch for. Yeah. I think that's it really. Market opens in 10 minutes. Keep an eye on that. I'm just looking at the volume now. It's just really low volume. So I'm not a big fan of what I'm seeing today already. Right, that's it. I'm done. I'll keep my eye open on the market for a bit. See if there's anything setting up. So just to recap what I'm watching for. I will be confirming it with order flow as well. It's a break and retest of pre-market low, which is where we are right now. Putting in new pre-market lows as we talk. Break and retest a pre-market high, and if we can find a bounce, I like this area here for a bounce, but I would also consider where the volume's starting to come in about here as well, and where's that, this region here, potentially that area there for a bounce. 60-30, and that's only if I find a decent bit of confirmation. So I want to see order flow set up, I want to see aggressive buying come in, and I want to see stacked imbalances. So what I'm looking for stacked imbalances, which I don't see many apart from some stacked selling. I want to see a bit like we've got here, we've got 3 stacked sell imbalances in a row. I want to see a few of them. I want to see that, but I want to see on the ask side the blue ones. So I want to see lots of stacked buying. Lots of stack buying, like what we're seeing here. We're seeing lots of extra volume coming in. Bit more volume there. If you look at the volume compared to previous volume, that's the first time I've seen volume come in. Still a red candle and a negative delta. Again, it's our first sign of weakness here. So we had a red candle, but we had a green delta. Not much volume though. So we didn't have much, there wasn't much in aggressive selling, but we had lots of aggressive buying in that candle. So that's why I wasn't too sure what I'm seeing here. So I'm going to keep an eye on this as well, look for confirmation. Okay, that's it really. I'm going to be in and out, so I probably won't be watching the market too much. I will be back on possibly Monday. I'm still taking a few days off next week as well, between up until New Year. But I'll probably, if I'm around, I'll do another pre-market video. Just trade safe and just make sure you look after your risk management, especially when the market is like this, because it can move a lot more on less volume, bigger moves. There's no big hedge funds or smart money to slow things down, or it's less predictable, put it that way. Okay, thank you for watching.